Hello friends, I'm Dr. Manisha Dhivre, Assistant Professor from KVN Naik College, Nasik. Friends, in this series of lecture, we have started SYBSc Optics Physics Paper Second. We have started lens aberration. In the previous videos, we have seen the different types of aberrations. In that, we have seen spherical aberration and the different methods to reduce the spherical aberration. Then we have seen coma and different methods to reduce coma. Then third, we have seen astigmatism and the methods to reduce the astigmatism. In today's video, we'll see the next type of aberration, that is curvature of field. Now friends, if the point object is placed in front of the lens which is free from the spherical aberration, coma, astigmatism, there will be one and only one point image, correct? But however, if we place an extended object in the form of the plane surface in front of such lenses, its image will not be flat one, but it will be curved surface. This type of defect of image is called as curvature of field. Friends, this figure illustrates the presence of curvature of field in the image formed by the convex lens. An extended object AB is placed, TB sorry, it is placed in front of the convex lens. The convex lens, it forms the image B dash T dash of an object TB. Also, the central portion of the image nearer to the principal axis is in focus, but the outer region of the image away from the principal axis are blurred. This type of defect is called as curvature of field. The defect arises due to the fact that the focal length of the lens for the paraxial rays is greater than the focal length of the marginal rays. Now another figure, it shows that the presence of curvature of field in the image formed by the concave lens. Now in this type of aberration is present even if the aperture of the lens is reduced by suitable stops, usually used to reduce the spherical aberrations, astigmatism and coma also. Now there are different methods to reduce this curvature of field. For the thin lens of the curvature of final image is theoretically given by 1 upon r is equal to 1 upon mu f, where r is radius of curvature, f is focal length and mu is refractive index of the material of the lens. Now for the system of the thin lenses, the curvature of the final image is theoretically given by 1 upon r is equal to 1 upon mu1 f1 plus 1 upon mu2 f2 up to 1 upon mu m fm, which is equal to 1 upon r is equal to 1 upon summation of 1 upon mu n fn. For the image to be flat, that is no more curvature, r must be infinity, correct? So summation of 1 upon mu n fn, it should be equal to 1 upon infinity, which is equal to 0. For the system of two lenses placed in air, the condition for no curvature reduces to 1 upon mu1 f1 plus 1 upon mu2 f2, which is equal to 0. This condition is known as Petzval condition for no curvature in the image. This condition holds good whether the lenses are placed in contact or lenses are separated by the finite distance. Since mu1 and mu2 are always positive, the condition given by the equation will be satisfied. If f1 and f2 are of opposite sign, this means that for the elimination of curvature, if one of the lenses is convex, other must be concave. Thus, by taking the combination of suitable concave and convex lenses of same or the different materials, the curvature of field may be eliminated. Then next type of aberration is distortion. Now this defect arises if the magnification produced by the lens is not the same for all the parts of the image. The variation in the magnification produced by the lens for the different axial distances results in the aberration called as distortion. Now there are different types of distortion. First one is barrel shaped distortion and second one is pin cushion distortion. In pin cushion distortion, the magnification increases with increasing axial distance and the image of the object appears like this figure. But in the barrel shaped distortion, the magnification decreases with increasing axial distance and the image of the object appears like this. It must be noted that the image of an object in both the cases may be sharp, but it is distorted. The small amount of distortion may be tolerable in case of optical instruments that we are used mainly for the purpose of visual observations. However, in optical instruments like photographic camera, it must be completely eliminated, where the magnification of various parts of the object must be same. We have studied that spherical aberration, chromatic aberration, and the astigmatism may be reduced by minimized by using the stops at different or the suitable positions. However, if stops are used, the resulting image is distorted. In particular, if the stop is placed between the object and the lens, distortion is barrel shaped. But if stop is placed after the lens, the distortion is pincushion type. So again, we have to reduce this type of distortion also. To reduce the distortion, the stop is placed between the two symmetrical lenses so that the pincushion type distortion produced by the first lens is compensated by the barrel shaped distortion produced by the second lens. So this figure shows the stop placed in between the two symmetrical lenses to reduce the distortion. Projection and the camera lenses are constructed in the same way. So I hope you understand these different types of aberrations. Up till we have studied the spherical aberration, coma, then curvature of field, distortion, etc. And we have also seen the different methods to reduce these different types of aberration. So in the next lecture, we will study about the types of chromatic aberration. Up till we have seen the monochromatic aberration and its types. Henceforth, we will study about the chromatic aberration. Thank you.